New York City is one of the most diverse cities in the world. It is also host to some of the most peculiar and eccentric communities of people. The tall and the short, the fat and the skinny, the hairy, bald, musicians, old people, old musicians, but literally everyone. Even people that are just plain bizarre. But deep in the underground labyrinth of New York exists a different kind of community. Dancers who perform spectacular and humanly impossible feats. They are known to the outside world as breakdancers. But they prefer to call themselves b-boys or b-girls. To understand this strange community of people and their behavior, we must first understand the origins of the word b-boy. The B in b-boying stands for the word break. In the early 1970s, DJ Kool Herc from the Bronx named the dancers at his parties break boys and break girls because they would dance to the instrumental break of a song. Eventually, these names were shortened to just b-boys and b-girls. But who are these b-boys really? Where do they come from? What are they like? What are their customs and ways? What puts in their minds that it's okay to spin on your head and possibly break your neck? I don't know. These people are incredible. But the question that I must ask is, why do they practice this dance form known as b-boying?
I'm Josh. I'm from Boston and I love to b-boy.
Hi, I'm Serena. I'm from France, Paris.
Hi, I'm Bob Till. I'm from Taiwan.
My name is Jason Rodriguez. I'm originally from Long Island.
What up? My name is Paulo Batanga, aka Fiction, from Solstice Crew, Philippines.
I'm Ramon Perez. I live in the Bronx.
My name is Katya. My B-girl name is Gypsy, and I represent Florax Crew from Boston and New York, and Floor Obsession Crew from New York. Originally, I'm from Massachusetts.
So my name is Tim Zong. I was born in New York and stayed in New York basically all my life.
Just as each b-boy and b-girl comes from a different part of the world, each has their own reason for learning how to b-boy.
You know, it was pretty cool just seeing people go down into the circle and busting out some pretty sweet moves. It became like a brotherhood, you know, like the people I used to break dance with became my best friends. I guess it was more like a bonding thing than anything else.
What really first appealed to me was the strength of it. I loved hip hop, like I said, so it wasn't necessarily the power of dancing or the music, it was more like proving that I was so strong. So that was really exciting to me.
I thought it was cool and I really wanted to learn how to dance, even though I wasn't too good at dancing. So, and I thought it would be a great way to impress the ladies, if you know what I mean. I really did it to keep myself in tone and learn how to dance, because I love the culture, I love hip hop culture, so I wanted to get to know it better. And I thought there was going to be more girls, but I was wrong. But that's okay. That's okay.
Those who are participants in this b-boying culture have their own native language or slang. For example, slang terms such as top rock or top rocking, which is often the entrance to the dance. Quite literally, it means dancing on top.
When I look at top rock, I see the introduction to the footwork or the power that b-boys go into. So imagine a story, you have an introduction. The introduction is usually what leads to the actual story plot. I would say top rock introduces b-boys' own expression of their style before they get into it.
A cipher or two-cipher, which is when a circle opens up in the middle of the dance floor.
A cipher is a circle. It's not a square, it's not a triangle, it's a circle. Everyone in the cipher is important. The people inside of it and the spectators who form that circle, they're equally as important. When you're in a cipher, you feed off the energy from people around you. You treat it as a 360-degree showcase of what you can do. It's not a staged performance.
The dancers gather together to practice and hone their skills. But often they use this practice time just to socialize and to take a break from the daily stresses of life. While their dancing might be superhuman, they are not invincible people. they do need rest like the rest of us. But all of this time spent sessioning and practicing leads up to one of the most central aspects of the b-boying culture. Dance battles or battling. In a battle, a b-boy or a crew of b-boys will compete against one another to prove who is the better dancer or dance crew. On the dance floor, b-boys appear to be aggressive and combative. This must be because of the fierce and intense nature of competition. But don't be fooled. Off the dance floor, most of them are light-hearted, a lot of fun, and love fooling around, quite literally being clowns.
This really doesn't apply to everyone, but for the most part, b-boys are just nerds. They're like it doesn't matter like where you're from or like how ghetto you are. Like we're breakdance fighting. Like people really like it because it's not violent and because you get to do it with your friends and be goofy together. They love it because it gave them this outlet where they can feel cool with their friends doing something awesome. Like you don't have to be like your high school quarterback or whatever. You can be anybody. So I think that's why a lot of b-boys are pretty silly, because like you found a group of people who you can feel good about yourself. You can feel like you're a gangster, but like you're really with a bunch of people who are just looking for like an outlet. Yeah, Misfits and Goofballs. Yeah.
While they may be a strange and peculiar type of people, b-boys and b-girls come together from all walks of life to share in their love for the dance and for this wonderful and beautiful culture and community.